Good morning, Montgomery County. It's Mornings of Lone Star 906 here on Lone Star Community Radio, broadcasting live from downtown Conroe, Texas on irlonestar.com/MWLS, Facebook Live, and of course YouTube Live. Welcome to this morning's show. It's May 30th. It's going to be a good end of the month, and then I'm looking for Taste Fest. I'm hungry.
Right? Coming up.
Yeah, we're going to give away some Taste Fest tickets today, folks. So if you want to win 2 tickets, stay tuned around 10:30. That's when we'll do that.
That's a good deal.
It's a special guest, the special co-host this morning. We got Dennis O'Connor.
I just walked in.
He just walked in. He's abusing that, open door policy.
Right?
And
hopefully one day we'll be famous enough where we have to have like
locked doors
and security guards. Until then, come on in.
We're excited about having Dennis in. And then, of course, it's just Dennis and I. So feel free to watch us on Facebook or YouTube and comment. Use the comment stuff. We do interact with our fans. If you are not on Facebook or YouTube Live and you're listening to the podcast, you can always call in at 936-647-3776 or email us at mwls@irlonestar.com.
So many ways.
Yes, we make it easy for everybody. Let's do some weather and traffic right now for the Montgomery County area. You want me to do traffic? Or weather?
You got traffic.
I'll take the weather.
Okay, so it is a balmy 82 degrees outside, going up another 11 degrees to 93. Sunshiny all day, all night, all day tomorrow. Only a 1% chance of rain. Humidity is 83%, so it already feels like 90. But I'll tell you, it was I was in my work on my house yesterday, and I'm waiting for the air conditioner to be fixed. And there's a very small window, my friend, of being in a house where it's so hot outside, no air conditioner flowing. So yeah,
Holly has to deal with that today. She her roommate left, and she's like, "Oh, by the way, I cut off the electricity." And Holly's like, "Well, you realize our lease isn't until the end of the month, and I'm still finished cleaning everything so we can get our deposit back." Oh, sorry. Didn't know that.
She knew it.
Wow.
The roommate knew it. She just wanted her money back, her deposit back.
Well, she's not going to get her other deposit back.
Yeah, right.
If she's not going to finish cleaning the room. But traffic, let's get on to that. I-45 northbound all the way through Houston to New Waverly looks pretty good, actually. I'm not seeing really any big issues being reported.
We'll fix that up in a minute, though.
Yeah, southbound to Houston, you're going to run into some trouble right there at Beltway 8 and 610, so be careful around there. But outside that, Highway 69 is looking good over the New Caney area and then all the way through Cleveland. So, yeah, everything's looking good.
I'm giving 2 tickets away to the first person that has a big wreck.
Yeah, shoot. We're not going to do that. But, okay, let's start the show. How's everyone doing this morning?
So far, so good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alive, breathing.
Every morning you start off vertical is a good morning.
Hey.
Standing up.
That's the truth.
Do you sleep standing up?
Well, once you every morning you start capable of standing up, being vertical. It's a good thing.
Okay.
There you go.
Good deal.
How about yours?
I'm doing all right. Yesterday was good, and then I was glad to be back. I was, trying to get back in the groove. I'm still like 70% right now.
Best manish.
Yeah, just
in the wake of the Best Man weekend.
Yeah,
I mean the you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They're gonna get married.
Yeah.
Chapel of Love. I like.
So that. The biggest news in the past 24 hours is that Roseanne Barr's sitcom was canceled after her tweet about a Obama aide, Valerie Jarrett. I will tell you, Skippy, because I know you love politics, that she's going to be on one of my favorite shows, Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, the podcast.
So I was really excited about that. If that's going to be, if no one's ever heard of Joe Rogan and his interviews, one thing I love about it, he doesn't do any, lights and shows. It's like, let's sit down for 3 hours and just hack it out.
Right. He's nuts.
And so I like that. I like his styles of interviews. I listened to an interesting one yesterday about a writer who does psychedelic. He did psychedelic research and talking about the new laws being passed allowing the people to do psychedelic drugs and using LSD.
Good for headaches.
So that was really interesting listening to that guy. And then yesterday, when I saw that, I was like, yes, Roseanne Barr is going to be on Friday. It's going to be a great show because she's either going to go off the rails.
Oh yeah.
Or she's gonna have no apologies, and she's gonna be like,
always off the rails.
Let me tell you about these ABC people.
Well, it's already started today. She about 2 or 3 times kind of said sorry about the Ambien fueled. So she was blaming sleeping pills. But I think the anger, much like Kathy Griffith,
the devil made me do it.
Well, if you look at the tweet, and this is what's kind of like, she doesn't do herself any favors with her track record. So I want to know, and listeners can say and let us know too. Do you think what she tweeted was racist?
Yeah, it was.
No, it's a general question. I'm just asking.
Well,
I'm not challenging.
A general answer. I'm just saying that, yeah, it was racist.
Okay.
It was dumb.
Okay. Counterpoint. Bill Maher called Trump an orangutan because of the color of his skin. Racist? There you go. Why has Bill Maher not been fired? He's on ABC.
I don't know. Maybe I would say
what
money.
Did Bill Maher do?
He called Trump an orangutan.
I would say money, but this Roseanne thing just blows
that's
that out of the water.
Because when I read it, I
she's
thought
a big star right now.
Yeah, that's one thing I was wondering about it, because like some other people have done something similar.
Yeah,
where like the ape comparison's always like, just don't do it, because you're gonna get in trouble no matter what you do.
Absolutely.
And she basically said she looked like a Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby.
Yeah, right. Good, Roseanne.
So I'm interested in that interview.
Well, yeah, there's.
I mean, I don't know how you can explain it. That's why I'm trying to like. I go.
Well, no, of course it was dumb and it was ill-advised, and there were apologies and stuff. But much like Kathy Griffith holding up her severed Trump head and then apologizing, then afterward, I never should have apologized, and just making a big thing about it. Yeah, absolutely apologize, but I'm personally staggered by the swiftness of the head of ABC.
No kidding.
Saying this is reprehensible. Where on The View, Joy Behar, who's an ABC show, called the vice president mentally ill for praying, for being a Christian. He said it was a mental illness if you're a Christian.
Oh,
we can't compare other people.
Well, no, what I'm saying, these are ABC shows. Bill
Right.
Maher on an ABC show called the president a monkey because of his skin color. Keith Overman calls Trump a effing Nazi. Okay. Jimmy Kimmel made fun of Melania Trump's accents, that she could barely speak English, even though Melania Trump speaks 3 languages. These are all ABC shows.
Yeah, but I mean, this was so obvious.
Well, yeah, it was dumb, is what it was. But what I'm saying is, I don't like duplicity. I don't like double standards. It's why are all these people where it's freedom of speech? Where's all the freedom of speech people right now? Yesterday, the friends who over the last few weeks have been screaming freedom of speech are going, well, now there are consequences. And that just, there's such we're not saying you can't have freedom of speech. You got to have consequences.
I agree.
And it's much like people in the immigration debate when people say, well, you killed off the Indians, so how does it feel now to have someone else? Okay, either it was wrong then and it's wrong now, or if it's right now, then it was right then. You can't have it both ways.
I hear him say that all the time.
If Roseanne is a racist for putting that in, then all these other people on the same network are equally guilty.
Is it current though? All those things within I would say a year?
Oh yeah, within weeks.
Okay. What show? ABC show? ABC. His show is Bill Maher on.
Well, ABC Studios owns it. His show, the not late night with what's it called?
The HBO show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
ABC Studios.
Well, I mean, I think more and more cases like this will come out that there's zero tolerance, and it's going to become like.
Well, I'm not saying that's the problem with zero tolerance. Is that way dragons lie?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what people are going to start doing. It's going to be zero tolerance.
No, I think we're getting out of that. Zero tolerance is when a kindergartner chewed a Pop-Tart in the shape of a gun, went bang bang, and got suspended. It's on his permanent record. A kindergartner, or little Tommy in first grade, grabbed Susie on the playground, and now he's got a black mark. That's what zero tolerance does.
He
People
might
don't
be
want
elected
that.
president, though.
Yeah, right. That's what zero tolerance is. Not zero tolerance is just getting rid of the double standard.
Okay. Do you think they're going to do that at all?
What's
your guess? What's your guess on it?
I believe that there will be more ABC and networks like MSNBC, which I got to say this cracked me up. They actually had Joy Reid on and they asked her, "So, what does it take to get fired from a network show about Roseanne?" Joy Reid was the anchor on MSNBC, who they found that she had written homophobic stuff on her blog, and then she said, "Oh, it wasn't me. I got hacked and got the FBI involved." And the FBI said, "No, it was you." She's like, "Well, I don't remember writing it." And then, but they actually had her
no
on.
recollection.
They actually had her on about the power of social media and what it takes to get fired. And this woman has not been fired. It just, again, there's the double standards becoming so obvious on both sides that's what needs to iron out. And I think changes will be made on that, because here's the thing:
there's progress on
ABC.
That front?
No, here's the thing on ABC. The president, the second a non-Trump supporting actor on an ABC show does something stupid, he'd better fire them and call it reprehensible right off the bat.
I think that Overbin guy got fired pretty fast.
No, they rehired him. He's hired again. That's what I'm saying. It's
about who you know.
So by much like Starbucks set the tone with, okay, we're going to let anybody in, then they have to start walking it back. This ABC president, within hours,
right?
How many stupid things have TV stars said or done before they've been fired?
Did I see a picture of that lady on TV? She a black lady that's the president of ABC. Or they were talking about this, and they were showing some black lady.
They may have been
very young. Very young.
Valerie Jarrett's Muslim.
Well, you know, she's a very young lady too. I mean, you know, I think young, 30s.
Well, it'll probably take 25 years to let Roseanne back on TV. So.
Well, here's the thing. Think back to I've rarely been a Roseanne fan. In fact, I never watched the show. She's not my cup of tea. But I remember 20-something years ago when she was singing the national anthem at a San Diego game.
That was awful.
And just it was terrible. And so she'll bounce back. I do question the swiftness and the ferocity with which this happened.
Yeah, you got any explanation? Any guesses?
They wanted.
Yeah, it was
they wanted to fire her.
Yeah, they were. They really were looking for.
But she was a big money draw.
Well, that's what he's trying to go. Say, where it doesn't matter as much. Money doesn't matter as much to us. It's a bad business decision.
Well, it was silly too about ABC and things like. Clearly, there's a audience for shows like that.
I liked it. I liked it when it first came out.
Pick her up.
And I liked it. And I liked the new one.
It's a formula.
I'm sarcastic as heck, and I like people that are sarcastic.
I mean, I can't believe they convinced John Goodman to be back on it. He's a phenomenal. And then what's her name? Julie.
Well, they got the whole cast.
Who's the sister?
Laura
Metcalf.
Laurie Metcalf.
She's like those two actors are really good. And I'm like, I can't believe they're still doing this TV show.
They got the whole darn cast. It was amazing.
It would not surprise me if someone like Fox opted to pick it up because they do need the outlet. Because again, just think about how many actors on shows say or tweet stupid things.
How many actors in general?
And see, so the audiences are still there. Yeah, well, you know, even if I were a Roseanne fan, you know, I kind of go, why did you do that? I don't care if it was Ambien or something. Just keep if you had not done this. But that doesn't mean that what she said in the show, because here's the thing, that they've also pulled her old TV show. It's been syndication. All the reruns have been pulled.
Oh no!
From everywhere. Really? It's like she must be destroyed. It's not just enough to boycott her or fire her. She must be destroyed, and that's the new paradigm. And
burn the landscape.
Burn the witch. Ooh. And I do not like that at all.
What I'm interested in seeing, like you said, if Fox picks it up, is if it continues its strength.
Well, it's got a heck of a lot of publicity right now.
It would. Now, the funny thing is, I'm sure several of the cast members probably not too thrilled with her right now.
Oh gosh, I heard a lot of stuff, and the cast is just ticked off.
Well, of course they'd be.
They are not.
It's
happy.
Like, okay, yesterday I had a job. Today they were literally supposed to start shooting the new
season. They were number one.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't they coming back out with was it Tim Allen's new show?
Yeah, Fox picked it up. It was an ABC show, got canceled, even though it was the number 3 show right there. Because the question is it because his character was conservative?
The Last Man Standing? Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that show.
Well, it's coming back on Fox.
Well, that's again, like I said, it's so weird to me that these TV shows that they have such issues every year, canceling, starting, spending money, and it's like clearly this formula works for a certain group of people.
Absolutely.
And it's like, why not do it? And it is a little weird that you signed on Roseanne again, even though you know she's like, just a boiling pot.
Well, they were trying to say, see, look, we value all opinions, and
especially ones that are
unless
top
we hear
rated.
something we don't like, and then we don't like them anymore.
Well, Tim Allen and his characters' politics are totally opposite, polar opposites, galactic opposites from mine. But I just love the way he does it.
Well, here's the thing: did you enjoy Blazing Saddles?
Yeah.
Dick, did you enjoy Blazing Saddles? Did anyone in the universe not enjoy Blazing Saddles? So are we racist?
Well, did we enjoy the producers?
Right, are we racist? Are we homophobic?
I mean, did we enjoy the producers?
That's why there is a subset of society today that if you support this person, or if you like this person, or if you watch this person, then you have to identify with all aspects of it.
Springtime for Hitler.
I mean, the whole premise of I can't imagine. That's one thing I loved about. I don't know if y'all seen Curb Your Enthusiasm, but the producer plays it plays a huge role one season, and Mel Brooks puts Larry David in as one of the two.
Yeah.
And I guess should I just ruin it for you?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to watch that show, turn it down real quick. Basically, the whole joke is the whole season is about him training, and he's so bad at it and all this stuff. And then when
Mel Gibson just wants him to fail.
Yeah, so when it comes to the opening night, he starts screwing up really bad, but people start laughing at it. And so it becomes a huge hit. And so you see Mel Brooks with his wife, who sadly passed away.
Cam Bancroft.
Yeah. So they're sitting at the bar, and he's all depressed. And he's like, I thought this was going to bomb. And she's like, it's okay. It's like, I never want to do this show again. And I thought this was it. I thought this was the out.
Oh, yeah.
Larry David was my out.
If you were real familiar with the producers and seeing that happen together, I just laughed.
Live imitating arts.
Because it was like David Schwimmer played the other guy. And like they kept fighting. And then it was like, we got
firing people.
No, it is on Netflix, right?
No, it's on. I think it's on HBO, but like you can watch it, I think, on Amazon. But it was so clever, and it's funny to see Mel Brooks be Mel Brooks,
right?
And it was just the hook really got me. I was like,
oh yeah. I didn't see it coming until about halfway through, and then I went, I know this show.
He's tired of doing it
because they started firing the big stars,
and
leaving Larry David on.
And he can't dance, he can't do anything. but no, you should check that out. But no, I think it's one of those deals where the ABC knew what they were doing. They had to. This is something that it was a win-win for them. They get good ratings, good, however long it lasted, and then they can fire her and say, look, well,
it was slice and dice. Boom, boom.
So how long does it usually take for media to come back, though? Like Roseanne, 20 years, right?
I don't know. They didn't bring All in the Family back.
Yeah. Well, they tried with Archie Bunker's place, but...
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a quick break here on Mornings Lone Star. That was a great intro. I'm happy to see everybody. We will be back.
Human relations, it's a turf war on a global scale. I'd rather hear both sides of the
from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Hispanic Chamber Connections with Dr. Carlos Sanchez, president of the Woodlands Conroe Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, featuring event announcements, member highlights, and more. Tuesdays at 1 p.m., broadcasting from the heart of Conroe, Texas on irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That's Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on the computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. A Lone Star Community Radio, broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
From the beginning, the main purpose of the Cooperative Extension Service has been to change human behavior by teaching people how to apply the results of scientific research. By utilizing a holistic, multi-level approach, Extension family and community health programs encourage health and well-being for everyone. Addressing values, concerns, and needs with reliable science-based information, Extension programs help people lead healthier lives. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
When I saw you kicking dirt in my eye.
Welcome back, Morning's Lone Star, irlonestar.com, Montgomery County's community radio station. Yeah.
IR Lone Star?
IR Lone Star.
IR Lone Star, too.
Welcome back.
PR Lone Star.
Special co-host Dennis O'Connor in the studio. Feel free to watch us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and comment on anything you want us to talk about. We're talking about Roseanne Barr. And I tried to hire her, but then I realized just, you know, the insurance we have here just wouldn't support it. So
she'd probably cuss online.
That's true.
You know,
yeah. That's a beautiful woman right there. That's for sure.
I love her.
She's been around for a while.
I think she had one of my
I remember
babies.
watching her. She was on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and it was her stand-up. She was doing the domestic goddess.
Oh
thing
yeah,
since
that's where
was
she got her
first starting
start.
out.
Yeah.
And I remember
because she's a comedian though. Like
Yeah,
she started as stand-up.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And she was married to
what's his name? Tom Arnold.
Well,
that
it was
was a
before
lot
Tom
later.
Arnold.
Yeah, that was a
that's
lot
funny thing
later.
because Tom Arnold is people going, yeah, you should have fired her. When people are cheering the same side as Tom Arnold, you know, that it's a whacked out situation. The guy is insane.
Yep.
And that's what's kind of funny. It's that how Americans are aligning themselves. Dick said the other day, how low would you go just to show your hatred or displeasure of the current president? And so we have, you know,
there's no spectrum of it. You're just
Elizabeth Warren, you know, Massachusetts senator, the one who's trying to pass herself off as a Native American.
I mean, like,
But
you
she-
say that as because that's like,
Well, that's the whole
I
thing
feel like
because
that's what
Trump
Fox
calls her
News says all the
well,
time.
no, Trump calls her Pocahontas.
No, I know that,
And the Indian nations are saying, why don't you?
so we should fire him. He's being
It's a nickname.
he's being sensitive.
No,
now
dear.
now
Okay.
you're taking on Trump.
But here's the thing.
Fire him. You're fired.
She yesterday was going on about how we need to be more like communist China, that they know how to do it with their setup of government. Okay, just because. Yeah, so we have a senator.
Don't they murder their
I want
Yes,
to be
that's
Chinese.
what I'm saying. So we have the media in love with Kim Jong-un's sister at the Olympics. Oh, look.
So you would.
She didn't shake
So
Prince's hand.
would
Yay.
Anthony Weiner just be executed? You think?
Yep. Absolutely.
That's crazy.
He would, or he'd find himself in a jail that you just don't want to be in. So she's aligning herself with China. We had people just
Wait a minute. I'm trying to think of some jail that I would like to be in.
We have people supporting MS-13 because Trump calls MS-13 an animals. People wanting the Singapore summit to fail. You know, it's it's just okay. I get it. You don't like the president. I get it.
I want to see his wig blow
The president
off.
does
That's
many
what I want.
things that a lot of people don't like, but for crying out loud, I mean, to align yourself with actual enemies. You know, it's not the enemy of
Well,
my
they're not
enemies.
enemies.
North Korea is an enemy. Communist China
we're
is
trying-
an enemy.
We're not trying to be
MS-13
enemies.
is an
So
enemy.
I can believe that, but I don't know about. I mean, I feel
North Korea is one of our listed terrorist states,
well, we're trying to change that.
but they are right now until that's changed.
And Trump is an enemy.
Of what?
Yeah.
I was just joining in.
Well, I feel like
Joining
you're
in the
trying to
enemy
change
thing.
something. You can't just keep saying it.
Everything's an enemy to somebody. Everybody's an enemy to somebody.
Well, it's just again, it staggers me. And start off with Tom Arnold. When you're on Tom Arnold's side, you know something's
Well,
wrong.
well, if anything, what this shows is Twitter is one of those platforms that it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
And
Well, how'd you get in on Johnny Carson and Roseanne and end
We're
up
talking
here?
about her beginning, her beginning where she's the domestic goddess, where she started off as a stand-up comedian.
Right. Oh, okay.
And then she got the movie She-Devil with
I
Meryl
fell asleep.
Streep.
Yeah.
And then just kind of took off from there. And then the TV show happened where she was the middle-class American. And remember back then, politics never played a part of it. We were in the height of the Bush 1 era. It wasn't a political thing. Now everything's got to be political. Because what was funny is the ABC president just a few days ago said that on season 2 of Roseanne, they were going to dial back the politics. Why? So many other shows, Blackish actually had an entire season planned with the presumption that Hillary won the election.
Oh,
and they actually had to reshoot episodes because their episodes were based on her winning.
I'll be darned.
And so they're like, "Oh, we got to change the whole season." It was like, "Yay, whole new
You counted your
America!"
chickens.
And now we gotta hate on America right now because the wrong person won.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's just. You think it's going to get worse and worse until the
I think it's
government just falls apart, or
I
what?
think it's gonna be a tipping point.
What is the dipping point?
I don't know, but I think we're rapidly approaching it.
It's screwed up. It's pretty screwed up as far as I'm concerned.
I'm having my fill. Like I said, ABC just the president. Now he acts. Of all the wacky stuff that's been happening in the media and in Hollywood and on ABC in particular, now it's reprehensible. Right now, this very moment.
Well, that's the easy route to take.
Yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying. And so more and more people people who are engaged in the headlines of the news and go beyond just the clickbait, who sees.
Well, that's why I was wondering about how serious was Roseanne's tweet, and like if you look at it, you can't really get around it.
You think there's somebody behind the curtain with a gun saying, "Fire her now"?
Well, that's what they probably said. Finally, that's probably what they said.
Well, again, that's the thing. They just lost millions, if not billions, in ad revenue.
That's true, but they also gained.
Something is worth
I
it.
tell you what, they're not going to gain any audience. They've lost audience.
Yeah.
No one new is going to start watching ABC going, "Yeah, they fired Roseanne, so we're going to start watching this network." No, those people are already watching it.
So it's like a Starbucks situation.
Yeah. They're going to lose people as a result, and the network that picks up.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said. Like, I'm surprised no one, because they have think tanks, and they're like, "What's the percentages of audience that like this kind of stuff?" And then I'm like, "Who's not the smart guy in the room?" Hey, we have people who literally watch Fox News. Why don't we do a show that's like based? And there's so many people watching it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There are think tanks, but this was such a knee-jerk 3-hour later reaction. Literally took place 3 hours after the fact. Knee-jerk reaction. The president of the network coming out. Think about Matt Lauer, where there's still the president of NBC over there is like, "Well, we're investigating ourselves, and we're going to bring back Katie Couric." Yeah.
Well, it's probably because no one liked Roseanne. Like, no one liked her. And sometimes
it was scary to have.
Sometimes you shorten the noose, right? As I was called, you shorten the rope on the noose if you just mistreat people.
Well, I think to some people it's very scary to have the number one show be conservative based.
Well, I think it was a combination of things. I think it's
I think getting down to it. That's why Last Man Standing was canceled. It was making a ton of money for them.
Oh man, it was funny.
The primary ABC fired.
That show is just flat out canceled, right?
Well, Fox picked it up.
Yeah. Well, I meant when they canceled it wasn't because Tim Allen, sold cocaine.
They just opted not to renew it. Nope, they opted to renew it.
Great cast.
Yeah,
great cast.
Remember, ABC also ran Home Improvement for years, so it's not like, "Oh, Tim Allen has a criminal past." Nope. It was the number 2 or number 3 show.
I wonder if there's any books out there that kind of talk about the way television represents middle class.
Probably a million.
Because like today's sitcoms are completely different from like the sitcoms I grew up.
Yeah,
like
we had Maude who had an abortion. We had All in the Family. We had Good Times and Sanford and Son, which showed the struggle of civil rights. It was a lot like Blazing Saddles. You hold a mirror up,
moving on up
to society.
To the east side.
You hold a mirror up to society and let them see this is stupid. You can enjoy Blazing Saddles, or you can be a white person watching Sanford and Son and laughing at the absurdity, but learn something as a result. You can laugh at Archie Bunker because, it's funny, Carroll O'Connor, the guy who played Archie Bunker, was one of the sweetest guys in the universe.
Yep.
And was the exact opposite of his character, but it was important for him to show
But his character grew.
Yeah, it's sort of, the episode where Sammy Davis Jr. kissed him.
That's in your face.
But I'm saying he played a bigot, and people watched it, and it didn't cater to the bigots of the world. It said, "Listen, this is kind of dumb, this mindset." And nowadays, you can't show that anymore because it might offend somebody. So you can't have a satirical character
Okay.
You can try. I think
yeah.
No,
I mean,
you'll get fired by ABC in a
Well, they
heartbeat.
were going there with Roseanne, but what she said was not something she said on the air as her character. She said this off the air as Roseanne.
Which negates all these people on the Facebook lately have been saying, well, these people are protesting on their own time. Doesn't matter, apparently, if it's on your own time or on company time.
Yeah. Well, as an actor, as I know you've been in theater for about 2.5 years, there's a big difference between a character and and what I believe offhandedly. I've played some very strange characters with some weird belief systems,
and that's why I was comparing Roseanne to Joy Behar and Jimmy Kimmel and Keith Olbermann and Bill Maher, because they don't play characters. That is them,
right?
They're not hiding.
Like I remember when Jimmy Kimmel did blackface on the Man Show.
Oh yeah.
And I remember like that wasn't. No one really cared about that.
Oh, that was misogyny.
But he'll be the first one
Plus.
complaining about it now if someone else did it.
Well, of course. I mean, that's his show.
He's got a little higher class now.
Well, okay, we're going to just switch a little commentary on it, because we'll return to the Roseanne after we listen to the Joe Rogan deal.
Yeah, let's do that. So we'll both listen on Friday.
What's funny is I really hope people start going to Joe Rogan for these kind of like, because I don't know if they planned the interview before she got fired or after she got fired. Because he interviews a lot of comedians. So I don't know, because a lot of times one time he had Mel Gibson on.
Right.
But you know what he did? He brought in a doctor that did stem cell research. So they talked about Mel Gibson's dad he was like 9 years old, went to some Colombian place, got stem cell, and it was a whole show was about stem cells.
Whoa.
And I was like, come on, man, this guy's Braveheart. Like, let's talk about something crazy. I mean, he's Briggs. He's Martin Riggs. Let's talk about that.
No kidding.
And I'm like sitting there for an hour and a half. I'm like, they're just going to talk about, how great stem cells are.
I know.
I get it. We get it.
It's like having me on as a guest and not talking about how great I am. You guys are just missing it.
Oh no!
I felt it was old bait and switch. That's what I felt. But then again, I guess Mel Gibson really wanted this doctor to have a platform to talk about how he helped his dad so much.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that builds up a good relationship between Mel and Joe, so Joe can bring it back at some point to talk about it later. It's all about the relationship.
Is it?
Talk about anti-Semitism.
Yeah,
here he's back.
Just sandbag him right there on the show. Like, hey man, let's talk about this. No, you think so?
Quite probably.
You're listening to Mornings Lone Star, IRLoneStar.com. We're going to switch up the commentary here when we come back.
Got some fun news.
We got some fun stuff. We got some interesting events. This is the last week of the month, so getting ready for June. And I think school's last day is tomorrow for Conroe ISD.
Wow.
And then, of course, Montgomery's already out.
Little brats are going to be everywhere.
Yeah, no, it's great. You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio.
There's
Mornings with Lone
pole
Star.
Dancer waiting to come on next.
All right.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
A Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for summer internship opportunities, a Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to grab the mic and be on the air. A Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world all year round. Be an on-air personality, talk show producer, or YouTube, TV, podcast editor. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776.
What is homelessness? Have you seen parents struggle to find a job without having transportation or childcare? What about the children sleeping in cars with nothing to eat? Families shouldn't have to struggle to survive, and children should not be homeless. Family Promise of Montgomery County serves the needs of homeless families and their children. Learn about ways you can help and learn about partnership opportunities at www.familypromiseofmc.org or call our day center at 936-441-8778.
Welcome back, Mornings Lone Star Community Radio. It's 9:42. Hanging out in the studio, special co-host today is Dennis O'Connor from the back alleyway of Pacific Street. You know what's funny? What's funny, Dennis, is when you were working on next door at the Crichton, every time I see in the back, I'm like, who is that? Oh, it's Dennis. I was like, some guy's back there smoking cigarettes. And just, but
there's a homeless guy back here.
Yeah, I knew. So you roll. I know you roll your own cigarettes. Do people ever think you're rolling dope or rolling marijuana?
Yeah. Because like right now, out in the car, I have a pack of regular cigarettes. It's because I get tired of it. Because the way I look now, with this outrageous beard and everything, I don't need any heat in my life at this point. in the game. I'm like a 3-time loser already. Thank you very much from the 70s. And so I was thinking about regular cigarettes. I do at home. I roll everything. I buy tobacco online and roll.
Yeah, that's what when I first met you, were on the bench, and I was like, he rolls it. That's what makes
normally sense. All the time I used to, but now I'm out here on the main street rather than the back alley.
When you go to buy the papers, do you feel compelled to like explain yourself? Oh, this is for tobacco.
No, I'm going to these head shops up here where I buy a pack for 99 cents, and I buy them like 20 packs at a time, and anybody that's stupid enough to think that I'm going to buy 20 packs and roll 20 pack joints of pot.
Unless they got an ATF
they just
guy.
Haven't been around much.
An undercover narc in there. He's thinking, wow, he's
no, you
intent to distribute.
I can't figure it out. I walk into these smoke shops and there's all these hash pipes and bongs and and everything is geared. Half of everything they got is geared towards pot and hash and smoking rather than tobacco. The other half is tobacco.
I never understood that too. Like, why don't you just have a couple of pipe tobaccos, and that way you can kind of cover all your bases?
Well, so what I smoke is called pipe tobacco.
Yeah,
and they do that to lower the taxes, because if I buy cigarette tobacco, it's outrageously expensive.
Mm-hmm. Wow,
outrageously.
I never knew that.
But if they call it pipe tobacco, that's how they get around those laws.
Yeah, the cigarette taxes are insane. When I quit smoking 10 years ago, I could buy a pack of cigarettes for $2.11, including tax. I could buy a carton at CVS for $19.99 plus tax on special. I smoked the Pall Malls. Now you cannot buy a pack of cigarettes for under $7 a pack.
Right,
it's insane.
Yeah,
a pack.
Oh, in some places in New York, when I stayed up there a while, it's probably up to $15 a pack up there now. I mean, it was just outrageous.
And most of that's tax, which is funny. It's like, we're going to tax cigarettes. That way we get more money. But when you tax something too high, people stop consuming it. Yeah, you lose the tax revenue.
I don't know how people afford it. you know, because I only buy a pack every great now and then. And I know if I'm going to be outside in a public place, I'll go ahead and buy a dumb pack of cigarettes and pay extra just so the heat doesn't bother me.
Well, if the taxes go much higher, smokers will just like they'll have a special
How much does
bong
how
that'll
about
fit on
the
a
vaping
tailpipe.
thing?
Oh, I got a vape at home, but they never invented one that tastes like a
Cigarettes?
roll your own,
Okay.
like a roll your own. Because I've been rolling my own for decades and decades, you know, and so I know what tobacco. I raised tobacco. I stripped tobacco a time in my life in Kentucky. You know, I have a close relationship with tobacco. And yes, and it's killing me. Thank you very much.
And
He
it's
strips
okay.
naked and he rolls in tobacco.
Are you hearing my wheeze?
Let's
I was talking on the phone and somebody says, "What's wrong with your voice?" And I said, "Lifetime of smoking, darling.
Oh, great.
It's catching up with me." You know. So
Well, you know what? Is anything else going on besides? Okay, I know the Roseanne was the biggest story.
Yeah, Roseanne was the
but,
biggest one.
Now it's boring. Now we're
Yeah,
bored.
moving on from that.
Dick don't care.
So here's a couple of things that are pretty non-political. Tesla, you know, they've been practicing with their own driverless cars. Well, the good news is no one got killed with this collision. The bad news is the driverless Tesla crashed into a cop car.
Now, is this something similar to where, like, every time I hear the story, it's not what I think it is. It's not like I just see a car hitting another car. It's like the cop car wasn't paying attention. They pulled out.
No, apparently it was parked. The cop car was parked.
Ma'am, roll your window down.
Was like the video camera software couldn't recognize the black and white stripes or something?
They're still trying to find out. It happened in California, and I think Laguna Beach. And details are still sketchy right now. But a Tesla sedan in autopilot mode crashed into a parked police cruiser.
A parked car.
Police Sergeant Jimmy Coda says the officer was not in the cruiser during the crash in Laguna Beach. He says the Tesla driver suffered only minor injuries.
He was in a donut shop. Yeah.
Can you imagine the feeling you go through if your car was on autopilot and you hit somebody and you're like, how am I going to explain this?
And again, here's the thing. This is the second
Especially
crash.
if I'm drunk as a skunk.
This is the second crash of note that's happened. But
Right.
meanwhile, literally 1,000 people have been killed by being hit by cars. There's
With drivers.
almost 5,000 a year are killed. So which means
it's going to take
1,200 a quarter, 1,250 a quarter, which means we're coming into the end of the second quarter. Or sorry, halfway through the second quarter. So that's what? 2,000 plus people have been killed by driver cars. But what makes the headlines, of course, is the driverless.
I'm going to take your word for it on that math.
No, I checked with the NTSB NFBI database.
Yeah, but also the driverless cars, there's the amount of people doing that right now. It's not anywhere comparable to the people who are driving cars.
Well, yeah.
So that's unfair to take those stats and then compare it to another.
Well, no, what I'm saying is if it's a number, if it's a technology issue, make it a technology issue. If it's, we got to save people's lives, then
don't argue with him about stats. Don't you know better by now? You'll never win arguing with him about stats.
I mean, you can't just cherry pick these stats, man.
Yes, he can.
Too.
And he'll argue to the death over it.
But here's the thing. I personally think driverless cars are a dumb idea, to be honest. It's
because you're not lazy enough is what the problem is.
I feel weird putting on cruise control.
Yeah, I thought automatic transmissions were dumb. I remember when that switched over.
They don't even, I think I would call that a standard gear shift. I think that would be a millennial anti-theft device. They break into your car like, what is this thing? So yeah.
Well, that's why I was really surprised that the high-end sports performance cars got rid of those, and they do the paddles now behind the steering wheel. I'm like, wow, you think they would like? Let's keep the nostalgic feeling of
thing.
Feeling the vibration in this gear shift.
The Formula One, the NASCARs, that's what they use, and so they're like, be just like a real NASCAR driver.
Yeah, because we're all wanting to be NASCAR.
I love that NASCAR dashboards and stuff.
No, I'm the guy that'll. I like the automatic transmissions that have the little plus minus things. So it's kind of a pretend gear shift. Gives you something to do.
Yeah, right. I like I remember the trash on the dash. Now that was something. Them push buttons.
Oh yeah,
that was a popular item.
Yeah, that didn't last too long.
Nah.
No, I think the driverless car thing is going to pick up, but it's what they're going to do is they're going to have certain cities be test places,
and
it's going to be similar to like the bike programs that the cities have, where you like they have like a roll of bikes and you pay $1 and you get to ride around. It's gonna be one of those kind of things.
I wonder if they're gonna have to give your car drivers instructions, training. They give drivers training now. When they're 16, are they gonna have to give electric cars, or Teslas? Have them come down.
Well, what's going to happen is some great city council is going to go, we got to change the way our street laws work. And it's going to have to rewrite all the software to accommodate how to turn yield left on something. And because I wonder how a car like that would know how to turn left on a yield.
I don't know. I have a hard enough time doing it.
Because the Woodland, that was my biggest complaint about the Woodlands, where there was very few lights going down that you could turn left on red.
Right.
There's no yielding. And I was like, no one's coming. This is so silly.
Well, the Wilson Road did that over 45.
Well,
and I haven't seen a lot of that.
Commissioner James Nowak put almost every intersection.
Now they have it.
The yellow caution turn left.
Yeah. Now I wonder
how on red. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So that's like that. I remember that about, what was that, like, they changed that 3 years ago?
Yeah, a couple of years ago. Wow. That was Commissioner James Nowak's baby.
I think that's a great idea.
I'd vote for him right now, because that
me too.
Makes you want to visit the Woodlands.
He's big on mobility, and he's also really big on mosquito abatement, which we love in the Woodlands too. So we just push in the Woodlands. We just push all the mosquitoes out to Conroe.
Yep,
where they belong. I went there,
and then we got trucks going around, and we just kill them.
My brother did that for a summer.
Really?
Yeah, I went with him a couple times, spraying for mosquitoes. And
riding around in that trucks going.
Yeah, I was like, oh, really? He had to put when he got out to do everything, he had to put headphones on or suppressor.
What about masks? About the poison?
No, they don't care. They don't care about. They don't care about that.
It's Texas. We don't worry about them.
Right. I was gonna smoke a cigarette while I spray for these mosquitoes.
And that's noisy. 2:00 in the morning around here. I hear them even go through my apartment complex.
I wonder how many backseat drivers the smart cars are going to have.
Backseat drivers?
Like, you can turn left, man. Hey, Siri, turn left. Come on, Siri.
I would give all the cash in my pocket to put my mother in the back seat of a driverless car just to watch her stroke out.
They should replace Roseanne with a TV show like that. Driverless cars. Have somebody in the back seat. Turn left, Eric.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see them having a big impact in like cities of Houston or something like that, where parking is very limited, and so it was more of just getting to point A to point B real fast without point A to point B. Park your car so you take up more space at point B, because I can't imagine living in downtown Houston.
No.
Well, yeah, parking
like downtown.
That's why when you pay out the nose, you pay as much for your parking spot in your garage.
Yeah, that's wacky.
So I think
no.
I don't know if
when did that become a thing? To
yeah,
say
no.
Yeah, no.
You're right.
You notice it? It's on
that's when he has nothing to say and he's trying to figure it out.
I'm trying to collect my thoughts.
Trying to collect my thoughts. We'll take a break when we come back.
Sorry.
New Danville promoted from bus driver to now.
Well, don't give away the whole story.
Okay, sorry, that's easy. All right, there you go.
If I'm not here when you get back, they threw me out.
That's true. I'm surprised we haven't done that yet.
Skippy was
Mornings
trying
of
to be
Lone Star.
serious.
Lone Star Community Radio, brought to you by Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. We'll be right back.
Causing grief in human relations. It's a turf war on a global scale. I'd rather hear
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Hispanic Chamber Connections with Dr. Carlos Sanchez, President of the Woodlands Conroe Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, featuring event announcements, member highlights, and more. Tuesdays at 1 p.m., broadcasting from the heart of Conroe, Texas on irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Don't forget to download the Lone Star Community Radio app for your Google Play or Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM. That is Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Lone Star Boxer Rescue is a nonprofit organization serving Montgomery County and surrounding areas, dedicated to the health and well-being of the boxer breed. Lone Star Boxer Rescue is run and managed 100% by volunteers since 1999. Our main objective is to rescue, rehabilitate, and rehome boxers that come to us from many sources, including local animal shelters, owner surrenders, and strays. For more information about Lone Star Boxer Rescue, visit our website at lsbr.org.
If you're black or white, in my brother, it don't matter if you're black or white.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey.
9:56 on the dot at Mornings with Lone Star. You notice Dennis is no longer inside the studio, but by golly, he's still outside the studio causing a ruckus. Dennis, thanks for hanging out with us this first hour. We appreciate it, my friend.
Stop rolling those tobaccos.
Yeah. Dennis, I will see you tonight. So there's apparently a trivia night at Pacific Yard House around the corner, starting 7:30. And they want you there at 7:30. It starts today, and Dennis has suckered me into putting my trivia skills to the test today. So I will be there this evening. Lunch, pop on by, Dick.
What's today? Wednesday?
All day?
I might. Meaning no. That means I won't.
Let me check my calendar.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'll check my calendar.
No. So you were telling me about a bare knuckle fight?
Yes. So in Cheyenne, Washington, they have allowed, the city council has approved, and people are in training for the first legal bare knuckles fight in 130 years. And I don't have a lot of details beyond that. It is what it is. But what do you think about bare knuckles fighting? I think it's better than boxing in that boxing is pretty prolonged. You know, you can take 50 punches to the head with the glove. And so that can cause
I think it's also also training, because I imagine if you're training for bare knuckle fights, you're training not to get hit as often, mainly because it hurts that much more.
Right.
So,
but also one good punch to the head and you're down,
and you're dead. So that's why they don't do it.
Well, it's all fun and games until somebody dies in the ring.
What was that? What was that movie? It was Jean-Claude Van Damme in it, where they would put they had the gloves on and they soak them, and then the guy would put glass in the cloth. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yes.
Oh, I don't know that movie. If you know the movie, please let us know. I'll give you 2 tickets to Taste Fest.
There you go. So a little earlier today. So we'll repeat it at 10:30, but just in case. So 2 tickets to Taste Fest. If you can tell us Jean-Claude Van Damme movie where they soaked their gloves in water or something, or paste, and added glass to it. It's pretty much all Jim.
I can't believe you want to watch that brutality.
Yeah, because people who watch something obviously subscribe to it.
Yeah. So, but I'd see it. I'd watch it.
But
I'm not afraid of watching that stuff.
I'm a fan of this bare knuckles. Just to have it happen. Because let's look at MMA. You know, they wrap their knuckles, but I mean, these aren't gloves, and there's a lot of punching and kicking.
Well, they do a lot of grappling too,
right?
So the gloves have to have mobility to it. That's why they're fingerless.
But this is just straightforward Marquis de Queensberry rules of fisticuffs.
Okay,
and I'm looking forward to that. We'll see if they're going to promote it on ESPN4 or something like that. Well, let's go to some local news. We have a couple of local headlines. And you teased it earlier. It's the New Danville, which is a great nonprofit, deals with special needs.
Okay.
Its director, Randy, originally applied to New Danville as a bus driver. And Randy's boss saw that Randy had leadership potential.
Mm-hmm.
And so as a result, Randy is now operations director. And then Nicole Garcia is the new program coordinator, where she started off as an administrative assistant. And again, cult organization. Now, unfortunately, with Dennis gone, I know Dennis's son was, I think they dealt with New Danville before in the past. And I know Dennis has a lot of good things to say about New Danville. So maybe next time Dennis is in, he can tell us about it. But I want to give a hats off to New Danville as an organization, and also for having the foresight to promote these two people. And then kudos, tip of the hat to Randy Smith, Nicole Garcia. Congratulations on your new positions.
Yeah.
It's that one. Anything like any other nice stuff? Here we go. I do have some Parks and Recreation activities coming up.
Okay.
You ready for this? So I'm going to take off my glasses and read this. So they got their Camp Fun Quest summer programs. The program runs from June 4th to August 14th. And Summer Fun is just around the corner. So they have Fun Quest for grades 1 through 5. Totally Teen program, grades 7 and 8. And the Counselor in Training program, grades 9 and up. And you want to call Scott Perry, our buddy Scott Perry at Parks and Recreation. The number, or you just go sperry@cityofconroe.org. So basically sperry@cityofconroe.org. Or if you have a pen handy, call 936-522-3960. Well, they also have adult dance one-day workshops. June 3rd, June 10th, and July 1st. These are Sundays. Contact Javier Pena at the same number, or jpena@cityconroe.org. Registration is only $15 for Conroe residents, and these are some great dancing classes for adults. They got the Conroe Aquatic Center water park hours through August 12th, and the hours are recreational swim is 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 days a week. Monday through Friday, 1 to 6 p.m. On Saturday and Sunday. Admission is only $7 a person. They got youth track and field from June 1st through July 21st. Teen acting camp, June 5th through 8th and July 9th to 21st. The Squid Squad. Have you heard about the Squid Squad? Super qualified ultra instructors in development. That's what SQUID stands for. Basically, lifeguard training. And of course, we have the first Thursday free concert series going on. And I'm trying to remember who the new one is, but it's going to be happening in a Thursday or two. More lifeguard training classes, scuba courses, learning to swim, more lifeguard, multi-arts camp. Just so much. Go to
Too much.
Yeah. Well, that was the last one I want to talk about. Go to cityofconroe.org and look at the Parks and Rec department. So many awesome things happening around town. And there's another, I stumbled across this one company. It's called Elite Young In Taekwondo. And they're offering these summer classes, including a PE class that you can get Conroe ISD credit for it. So if you need your kids, parents, if you need your kids occupied and active over the summer, they have like a demo dance team, where it's like so you think you can dance teams, those things, as well as a PE class that you get school credit in. And so it's Elite Young In. I think just look that up on the internet. I don't have a phone number, but I did stumble across that yesterday. Cool stuff. So that's local news. What you got?
Well, I just want to let you know, Brett commented on our Facebook saying the boxing gloves don't protect the target. They protect the hands of the hitter.
This is true. Bunch of wussies. I mean,
that's why they put glass in the new gloves, right?
That's right, yeah. To protect my hands.
Yeah, of course. What's interesting? I was looking at this deal. Is on Friday, the Matrix Consulting Group is going to release a study conducting the Woodlands if there should be incorporated as a city.
No, we were talking a week or two ago about these were happening. Do you think that's going to happen?
Well, I mean, they're going to release the study of it, and I guess it's either just going to give you the actual stats because we know you're a stats guy, so you can sway your arguments and skew people's minds.
Well, that it's funny you mention it like that because let's say this report comes out that says we are 98% all good things can happen if you incorporate into a city. Just nothing bad could happen. This report says that with the facts and figures. It is still a very emotional situation that I don't think the facts and figures would matter. It would play some part, but people would be voting with their heart about, no, we don't want a city. We want this township. We want the villages. We don't want it to be a city. So I think the report, it'd be nice to see what they have to say, but I don't think for the most part, it's going to sway anybody's mindset on the matter. Yeah, I like the Woodlands as it is.
Well, I mean, I think it comes down to thank goodness for that new law passed about requiring cities or residents to vote on it, and just let bigger cities just gobble everything up.
Absolutely.
I mean, I would, we could play what if moment if, say that law was passed 70 years ago, 80 years ago, what would Houston look like? The city of Houston. And I know Conroe's, trying to annex as much as they can until this thing goes.
And that's the thing. Usually when there's an annexing happening or incorporation, it's not only is it beneficial, but people want it to happen. You can say it's a good thing, we're going to do it whether you like it or not. And then people later on realize it's a popular vote kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so if Conroe is trying to annex places that don't feel like being annexed, to force an annexation, maybe not the best idea. Or maybe I'm by no means a city planner, and it could be just, these people will deal with it. Because I know some of the places they're wanting to annex, they have 32 residents here, 140 residents there. Now, of course, each resident matters, but it's not like it's swallowing up 10,000 people.
Well, because on one hand, you have a scenario where you have more control over what happens in your city.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other hand, you basically give up that control to a bigger city to dictate what goes on.
Well, it's great because it actually kind of turns this into not an ethics lesson, I lost the word. A lesson civics lesson. Why popular vote versus electoral college, for instance, why we're a republic, not a democracy. Because let's say Conroe wants to annex April Sound.
Okay.
And Conroe has 50,000 people and April Sound has 10,000 people.
Yeah.
Well, it's popular vote, Conroe wins. There's not a single person, a single way that April Sound has a voice in the matter.
Mm-hmm.
They're not representative. That's a popular vote. To have something akin to the electoral college, which is, okay, these are two equally represented. So it goes within. Does this make sense? How I'm trying to get to? So this is your civics lesson, people.
I guess we should ask JJ Holly that question.
Yeah, actually, that'd be great. Next time he's on the air.
But I'm interested to see the study and just see how convoluted it is, because it's gonna be one of those 40-page, 12-point font.
That's why they have the summary at the end, where it says summary.
Good.
Oh yeah.
Bad. Awesome.
That's basically
how many thumbs up is this thing gonna have?
2 paragraphs about, after careful consideration, this study finds that we are blank annexation, for or against, for the following reasons. Or we find that annexing will cause increases in A, B, and C, but bad stuff in F, G, and H. Yeah. That's pretty much what it is. I will actually read the whole thing. Happily so.
That's because you live in a hotel and have nothing else to do.
I have nothing else to do.
You're listening more to Lone Star. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have some more topics, so join in. Protecting the hitter. I guess isn't that benefit for both, really, though? Because I'd rather because my knuckles are pretty sharp, and I imagine they break my hand, too.
Yeah,
but they probably hurt
hit the
more.
Table real quick and tell me how you feel.
Well, I want to hit your face, and you tell me what hurt more. How about we do it that way?
Okay.
You're listening more to Lone Star. It's 10:09. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe, and worldwide on irlonestar.com. Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julian Shea here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with the Lone Star Community Radio.
Want to check out the fastest growing sport in the world? It's right here in Conroe, Texas, and it's roller derby. Conroe Roller Derby is a nonprofit recreational league of women and men who want you to come and check out the fast-paced, hard-hitting game of roller derby. The Conroe Cutthroats practice at Rainbow Roller Rink on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. You can find our game schedule and more information on our website, www.conroerollerderby.com.
Welcome back. Morning's Lone Star, 10:12 on the dot on a Wednesday morning. I will bypass the whole it's hump day stuff. We've heard it. We know it. But it is May 30th. One more day. Penultimate day in May. Currently 85 degrees already. Holy cow. It's going to be hot. Cloud's going to go away and it's going to get bright and sunshiny. 1% chance of rain through today and tomorrow. Highs in the mid-90s, lows in the 70s. Sunday and Monday, we are slated to hit 100 degrees.
You mean it's summertime in Texas?
Yeah, got it. Yeah, got it. Right?
Just in time because June has been announced from the White House as the Great Outdoors Month. And it makes me really not want to go outdoors. We should invite the White House. You come to Texas and we'll deal with it together. But do you do anything outdoors? Do you hunt at all? You ever been hunting?
No, I'm not a hunter. I support hunting.
Have you never been hunting, though? You've never gone out with the intention of, I'm going to shoot an animal.
I went on a snipe hunt once.
Did you ever go fishing?
They left me behind. Yes, fishing.
So you've been fishing.
I have been fishing.
To catch or release?
Bit of both. I've fished for the joy of fishing. I've fished without a hook just for the experience. And
what does that even mean?
Oh, just with
fish without a hook?
Yeah, old man. You go out there, you tie a worm to it and throw it in there and just, let the fish nibble on it. And it's just the experience.
So you're feeding fish. You went to go feed fish.
Yeah, basically feeding the fish. No, I've never been out hunting for the purpose of to kill an animal, but I support hunting.
Yeah.
In that, it's good for food. I'm not a fan of killing endangered species off just for the joy of it. But even,
endangered species.
Well, you know how they're talking about.
You're going all the way over. You're all over the place.
Well, yeah. Well, because people want to lump them
greatest hunt
all.
I've hunted man.
Well, that's the most dangerous game. But if you notice, a lot of people.
You never done that?
No, I said animals, and I meant four-legged animals.
You mean MS-13?
I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah. But think about it. Hunters just do tend to get lumped into the same family of whether you shoot a deer, or boar for food, or to save your crops, or you kill an elephant or a lion on safari. There are different reasonings.
But I imagine so many few people go out and kill an elephant compared to
but
going
the few that
boar
do,
hunting.
they get eviscerated on social media. This man must be destroyed because he killed an elephant.
Well, they should do the boxing thing with them.
Yeah, the fisticuffs. go fisticuffs against a kangaroo and get your butt stomped in more ways than one. So no, outdoor stuff. Alas, I'm more of an indoor kind of guy. I got to wear like SPF 3000 and a big floppy hat whenever I go outside. If you see us on YouTube right now, that's why I don't have the head protection that God gave me as a young man.
I'm just checking out the hunting seasons in Texas for June. I'm like, I don't really know if anything's. I don't think you can go hunting right now. I'm pretty sure you can.
Oh, there are seasons. I know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what a way to. We can hunt alligator.
Well,
that's nice to know. Yeah, it's really I think that's the only June thing. Yeah, that's the only thing you can hunt. Unless I'm wrong. If you know about anything about hunting, let me know on Facebook, because it's kind of a. I guess he's trying to tell people to go outside, not to go shoot things. I grew up in a hunting family, and they hunt a lot. My brothers hunt a lot, and I never actually. I think the only reason I've never gotten into hunting as much as them is because I was always on the bottom of the totem pole about who gets to shoot. Because like my brother goes bow hunting, one brother goes, rifle hunting, but then when we go, boar hunting, they're always the first ones to get to choose, like who shoots.
I would have to go personally. I don't trust my archery skills nearly as much. I would want to go for the clean shot with a rifle, if it were me.
Yeah, there's always like ethic debates on you like, for example, one thing that's going on now with rifle hunting is your ability to shoot and where you're more accurate. You get closer. So the argument is if you have the opportunity to get X amount of yardage off your shot, you should do it. Like you should keep creeping up. Okay. So if you're 300 yards and you can get 100 yards off to make a better shot, you should do it instead of taking the shot right then and there and like with the off chance of the deer or whatever smelling you downwind or whatever. So that's kind of funny to me. That's how they're training some people. That's how they're kind of doing the training now for hunting with rifles is.
Well, it also maintains the skill of the hunt because there is a skill to it, that goes back thousands upon thousands of years. So, you want to keep those skills.
People don't realize how good that food is too.
Talk about fresh. Absolutely.
Yeah.
My,
you ever gutted a deer before?
I have never gutted a deer.
That's a real experience.
Well, that's the thing. To gut a deer, I feel you should have killed it and made it part of the blooding ceremony.
You ever eaten a heart of a deer?
I'm not sure. I could have.
Fresh from the body?
No. All the meat would have been cooked. But okay. I do love a good venison.
All right.
And I love veal too. So all you PETA friends, I'm sorry.
That's
I know I have vegetarian and vegan friends out there, but I have meat eating teeth right here, which means either God or Darwin put them in there for me to eat meat. So I will eat meat.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
I was just trying to see if get anything out of you about that, but I guess it's never been hunting before.
Nope.
That stinks, man. It's fun.
I'm sure it is. I'd be the guy just for poops and grins to go out with like
poops and grins
to go out with a camera and like hunt, camera hunt. If you get a clean shot of a full animal, then that's the kill. If you get a blurry thing, that's a miss. Because I want to participate of the experience, but not necessarily. There's a reason I'm a city boy in the 21st century.
That's true. Yeah,
I'll let someone else kill my food for me.
Bow hunting is a real experience. That's strange.
Okay, now you would like this. So there is on 105. Sorry, 1488.
Okay.
There is a gun range called Saddle River Range.
Okay.
Awesome place. A former Secret Service agent, Tom Bolsh, is the owner of it.
Do they always say that?
Former Secret Service agent?
Like on their business cards and stuff? Do you think it says former Secret Service agent?
He's actually pretty laid back about it. It's
well, clearly when you name drop them, you have to say
other people that do it. He's like,
well, that's the power of that. But I mean,
he was in like 2 different presidential details.
You think he does it on Facebook? It says former Secret Service.
He'll whisper in your ear, "Hey, I'm not saying that I'm former." But they have archery tag.
Okay.
Where it's like, I guess, paintball, but it's with bows and arrows. Now, I'm hoping the arrows are blunted.
Hopefully you're wearing glasses.
Yeah, right. But yeah, it's a blast. This Saddle River Range, they have an indoor shooting range. They have an indoor archery range. They have one of those, shoot a zombie simulator ranges. And then they got what they call the Crockett Club, which is like you got to pay a bunch of money to become a VIP member. but I've been in the Crockett Club. Oh my golly. Just everything's wood paneled and it looks like the old school cigar room and with their own private range. So you go through the Crockett Club through this door, and you got a little private range with your own monograms, earphones and stuff. It's awesome. And then they also have a cafe in it, Cafe 2A. Really good food. We should go there sometime.
You should have on your business card former England resident.
Right. I will do that.
What other weird ways?
Former residents of Japan and England.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. That's
well, you know what? We were talking about Roseanne at the beginning of the show,
Mhm.
and we made a comment about Fox picked up that other conservative show. Now it seems that their shareholders over at Disney and Fox are going to vote on the $54 billion something dollars, man, for acquiring Fox. And that's all of Fox, by the way.
I am surprised. I know I am very surprised that the SEC has allowed this to happen. And if anyone is knowledgeable of these things, please join the conversation, 936-647-3776, or hit us up on Facebook Live or YouTube Live with your comments. But Disney bought out ABC. Disney owns Disney, obviously. Disney bought out Lucasfilm. Disney is in partnership with Pixar. So basically, if you're animated in any way, shape, or form, you're Disney.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see.
Are
there any other companies out there?
No, I'm trying to think talk about a monopoly, just a conglomerate. And this, I just feel would break some antitrust rules. I mean, apparently not because it's going ahead, but I'm just staggered by that. So I hope that it doesn't happen for many reasons. But I think Disney, you're big enough as it is. It's almost like the franchise wars in Demolition Man, where Taco Bell's the only restaurant left standing at the end of it. Do you really want Disney to be the only studio left standing?
I don't think people really care, honestly.
They will when
I think as long as the programming is still going, and I mean, do you really think there's some diabolical plan that they're trying to control the people how they think?
I don't think it's diabolical, but I think they're reaching more and more. Absolutely, it's like, okay, we're reaching 10 million people now with our programming. Now we can reach more than that. But here's the thing: Last Man Standing, ABC show, canceled by ABC for questionable reasons. Fox picked it up. If Disney buys out Fox, that won't be able to happen anymore. That's one less outlet. And think about Fox tends to be less liberal than others.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a liberal problem in Hollywood, which means maybe a network.
I don't know about that. I think the people in charge, there's always the ability to change. If that makes sense to you, like the growth of of a mind, and especially how to get rewarded, because some shows that are smart get rewarded with money or popularity and things like that. And in the long run, I think that wins out of the groupthink, because
no, I would agree with you until yesterday when the ABC president canceled their number one show.
Well, yeah, but that was like an obvious decision to do that, though. I mean, they knew that Roseanne woman, you don't know what she's going to do, and they're probably, come on. And do you not think the Roseanne people who set up the contract said, if this gets canceled, we get X amount of dollars? Because if they're an idiot, if that's not
true, but it'll be pennies on the dollar.
Well, it's true. I mean, you still
think about it. All these people fired.
Yeah.
The whole thing shut down because one person made
admittedly idiotic. You're signing on a show with Roseanne Barr.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on. She's been controversial like almost her entire career.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like what?
But I mean, to cancel an entire show. Okay, this is what is comparable.
What are they going to do? Replace Roseanne?
This is what is comparable to, and this is another ABC show. A few years ago on Grey's Anatomy, they had Isaiah Washington, I think, was the actor.
Okay,
and he went off on T.J. Miller, calling him homophobic slurs, and he did it.
Who? Are these actors?
Yeah, these are the actors. So they were on Grey's Anatomy. One of the actors on the set called another actor a very not nice name for being homosexual because the actor had just come out as gay. Then after that, he got spanked, but that was about it. Then afterwards on the Golden Globes red carpet, the same actor said, "Oh, by the way, I didn't call him and he repeated the word. So then they fired him. But this would be, according to how ABC has it set up now, the whole show should be canceled and everybody fired because one person called another person a homophobic slur.
No.
Why not?
Because the show isn't called Isaiah Washington.
They've replaced lead actors.
Can you
before.
replace Roseanne and Roseanne?
They did with Valerie Harper.
What was that show? I don't know what show that was.
It was called Valerie's Family. Then it became Valerie, and then they fired Valerie Harper and became Valerie's Family. Then the Hogan Family. Then the Hogans with Sandy Duncan playing.
Look at that. See, that's how you work it out. And
That's
that's what I'm saying. Like,
so
if you're making this much
knee-jerk
money,
reaction exactly to just fire everybody and do everything without thinking it through at all.
that might have been part of the clause in the contract. If Roseanne wasn't part of it, then no one could do it.
Well, she is the executive producer,
Yeah.
but think about it. Like John Leguizamo, the actor and comedian, he had a show on Fox called the John Leguizamo Show, which was great sketch comedy, but he was kind of a wild card. So what they did is they fired him and they kept the staff and they turned it into Mad TV. So they fired the star of the John Leguizamo Show that was named after him. They just changed the name and became Mad TV.
Well, Mad TV already had a brand, then. That was a smart lateral move, right there.
Well, Mad TV had the
magazine for 20 plus years before that.
But so there are ways where you can fire the head of something. But
then again, why would you want to deal with Roseanne Barr?
Why not? She just brought them a whole bunch of money.
Yeah,
and
but
she got
but she did something on Twitter that was almost, pretty much unforgivable in the sense of the spotlight.
But I'm speaking purely empirically here and purely objectively. Name me one other show in the universe right now, a drama or comedy, meaning a fiction show that treats Trump supporters as normal people.
Again, do you think there's some diabolical plan?
No, I'm not saying diabolical. I'm inviting anyone to say, name me one show out there that hasn't been canceled that treats a conservative or a Republican without being the punchline of a joke. One. I'll take one. Call us 936-647-3776.
I don't watch enough TV, I guess.
Yeah, but name a movie.
I watch stupid movies though, like Fast and the Furious. I don't think politics.
We'll be waiting. Okay, name me one show, mainstream show, and I'm talking on the 3,000.
I think Deadpool was conservative.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm making that up. We'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll think about it. Other stuff we got. So here's a tease for the next break. 106-year-old woman has the key to her long life, and I don't think you're going to like it.
Probably rolled up cigarettes.
Probably eating your broccoli. No, it's worse than that.
Oh, I don't want to go into that.
Well, when we come back.
She saved the placenta from her birth? Was that
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Hey guys, this is Connor.
This is Dick.
This is Chris. And we're with the Ticket Stub Podcast every Thursday live at noon on 104.5 and 106.1 FM in the Conroe area. Also, anytime at irlonestar.com. You go to irlonestar.com/TTS. You can find all of our social media.
And don't forget, we give away 2 tickets to the Grand Theater on every show.
If you like movies and you like complaining or celebrating anything that has to do with the silver screen, check out the Ticket Stub Podcast and join us every Thursday at noon o'clock on Lone Star Community Radio.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
What can the Better Living for Texans program do for you? You can learn how to increase your consumption of fruits and vegetables, choose foods that are relatively inexpensive and good to eat, make your food dollars last longer, prepare quick, nutritious meals, help your children learn how to eat healthier snacks, and much more. Our program is committed to helping people like you improve your health through providing research-based nutrition education in a friendly, cost-free, and relaxed environment. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
Protection for gangs, clubs, and nations, causing grief in human relations. It's a turf war on a global scale. I'd rather hear both sides of the tale. See, it's not about races, just places, faces. Where your blood
I can rap. You know it. Funk, where rhythm is life and life is rhythm, man. There's my attempt at rapping. It is 10:32 on the dot at Mornings with Lone Star. 85 degrees outside. Going to get up to 93. The Lone Star weather tree outside lets me know that there is a 7-mile-an-hour wind out of the south. That's the only thing that's going to cool this down just a bit here. So it is, like I said, already 10:32. We're in our final half hour of this show. Some good conversation, maybe some stuff to make you think. Respond to it. Let us know your thoughts. We appreciate listeners chiming in. Brett, I'm listening to you, my buddy. And let us know, 936-647-3776. Hit us up on Facebook Live in the comments or YouTube Live in the comments, and we will partake. We want this as interactive as possible. So we did, not to rehash it, but I did leave everybody with a challenge on name me one show, and I'm talking, a show that more than 3 people would watch, but I'd pick any cable show that treats conservatives not as a punchline. And
well, can you ask that same question about like a liberal?
Yeah, sure.
What show treats a liberal as a punchline?
Well, no, they don't. No, they don't treat them as a punchline. It's there. That would involve there being a conservative-based show making fun of liberals, which
Not
there isn't
necessarily.
one. Well, there aren't any liberal-based shows making fun of liberals.
I don't know. That's why I don't really watch that much TV. I wanted to watch the new Arrested Development that came out. I do want to watch that.
Now, apparently, Jeffrey Tambor was a bad boy.
I watched the first episode, and they made a joke about him and that other, what show is that called? Transparent. They made a funny joke about him dressing up as a woman, and no one liked it, so he just got in the Winnebago and skipped town, feeling sorry for himself. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, apparently Jeffrey Tambor's got some issues off screen that need to be resolved.
So,
but there you go. But anyhow, so moving on from that, but it is 10:30. We did offer free tickets to Taste Fest earlier. What was the? I'm trying to remember.
What show? What movie has the scene where the kickboxers are? Is it called Kickboxer?
Well, that could be your hint. Well, like last week, I was giving away tickets for Name Me Any One Character and Kiss Me Kate.
That's true.
So, but we do have Taste Fest tickets available. Taste Fest is an awesome event coming up in June.
Yes.
Oh, let me call up
June 7th.
June 7th. Thank you very much.
From the Conroe Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce, and it includes entry and 2 drink tickets, and that's per ticket. By the way, we're giving away 2 this time.
Yes.
So if you want to win them, you basically just have to let us know you want them, and then we'll.
Yeah, the Jean-Claude Van Damme thing. We want to know. You earn extra.
We ain't gonna hate on you about it, though.
Yeah, if you just say I want the tickets, you get them. In fact, we still got a pair of tickets for Ashley Truitt, who won last week. She needs to come get her tickets. Just saying.
Well, what else is going on? I know that was a big talk.
Well, I did tease. So in England, a lady named Madeline Dye has turned 106. She lives in a small town in West Yorkshire, England.
Okay.
And she lays claim to her longevity as basically being as stress-free as possible. And according to her, which means she has never had a marriage or relationship in her life.
Okay, I believe that.
Now, I'm 52, which means I'm about to become half
So
her
you're
age.
just lucky.
I would rather die at 53 with my relationship history than to live double my age and not have known the
There's
love
so
that
many,
I have
well,
loved.
there's so many factors in people's choices that, like, to end up where that woman is, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I actually can. Remember, England, especially back in the day, was very, very stuffy. Very, very stuffy. Very
Like,
proper.
what do you mean? Like, okay.
You know, very, very, very proper. I remember dancing. They'd have a YMCA disco in England on like Saturday nights, and the girls would either dance with each other or they put their coats on the floor and they dance with the coats on the floor, and the guys would just stand on the corner and go, "Oh yeah, I'd take that if I could," and not knowing what they'd do with it. There's very little interaction. It was a kind of a socialist society that discouraged interaction, and
Well,
so you didn't know what to do till you were much older.
Okay.
And then of course the teeth thing didn't help.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Smile.
That-
Oh,
that's-
never mind.
That's where you grew up, right?
Right.
Well, hey, I got to ask you this. In a couple of weeks, the World Cup starts.
Yeah.
So you ready for that?
USA. USA. USA.
I mean, you ready for it?
Yeah. Go USA.
I think it starts on
They're not in it,
I think
are
the
they?
first game is on the 14th of
Okay.
June. I think that's when the first game is. That's the opening match.
So who's favored to win?
I mean, money-wise, I have no idea. Let's look that up.
Who? We're gonna see who gets this first. Oops, I misspelled it. Who is favored to win 2018 World?
We got Germany's at 72 odds.
Ooh.
So I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know anything about gambling.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Are you gonna watch it all?
I will watch some of it. I actually enjoyed it.
Well, just to let you know, though, the thing that sucks,
What?
it's in Russia, and that means the games are gonna be at 7 a.m., 5 a.m.
Oh, I'm saying.
It's gonna be gross.
Since I don't think a lot of people are going to be spoiling it, I'll just DVR it and then just watch it.
It's gonna be.
So yeah, World Cup madness going on. I do enjoy it. Hopefully, more and more Americans get into the World Cup now.
Now, why is that? Why do you want people to do that?
Because it's a fun sport. I love soccer. I think it's fun. I think we rely on
That's
our
like
big
the most
three.
un-American thing you could say.
But we are the great cultural melting pot, according to Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah.
And where we celebrate all different traditions. That's the whole point. But we concentrate too much on football. And right now, football viewership is plummeting. And the NFL just keeps on changing rules to try and keep people engaged. Major League Baseball. People they're talking about actually cutting down the number of games this season because people are just aren't.
Well,
showing up.
I was reading stuff. Remember we talked about, I believe it was last week, about ESPN released that 100 most influential sports people today.
Mhm.
And it kind of had they had like the system where it took their social media followers and then it did their, branding revenue and then their branding value. And so kind of combined all of it. And there was 0 Major League Baseball people and 0 NHL people. But there were several soccer players, several basketball players, a couple football players, and a handful of cricket players, tennis players, and some golf players. But what was interesting to me is no NHL, no Major League Baseball players. Now, do you think that's just the lack of interest from people, or do you think it's the lack of like the front office of these things saying, hey, why don't we try to create an individual and prop them up? Because I think a lot of people are scared about social media and about people who are too social media active as a player, because one day they're going to screw up or someone's
apparently all it takes is one tweet
Yeah, that's what I'm
and
saying.
your whole career. Now think about the next time an NFL player or a Major League Baseball player or some athlete quotes something stupid or let's say racist.
Okay.
Let's wait to see if they get fired. I'm talking about the double standard here, and it's not going to happen. This is one where I'm kind of taking Dick's side on this, saying, I don't think anything's going to happen from that, which really bums me. If that's here's the thing, if this is level where you can tweet something racist and get fired as a result, okay, I can live with that. But let it be, that's the new standard now. Let's not pick and choose.
Okay. Well, I think it's also dependent on what the avenue is. Because you can see the NFL trying to be as political as possible, but then it got that such a big backlash about the kneeling, which we didn't even start being really political. It started with, protesting of police activism kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then it became don't disrespect the anthem.
Yeah, and these are the talking points. That's the thing where it became disrespecting the flag. Well, it was a form of protest, and that's where people get caught up in it. Go for the sound bites.
Trump didn't help that at all.
Think about what they were called the bathroom law. Remember that a couple of years ago, where
basically every major city is going through that.
But it's not about bathrooms, But that's you don't want these people in your bathroom, so vote against it.
What's funny about that is I was looking more into this Han Solo thing because people were saying it's not doing that well, and one of the arguments was that a lot of not conservatives but people didn't like that it coming out that I just went blank. I'm sorry.
Lando Calrissian?
Yes, he's a pansexual, and I was like, when did they say that? Did they really say that? And apparently, all it was one of the writers was to ask hey, what do you think of that character? Could it be? He's like, well, we didn't really say it, but it could be, I guess.
I don't buy it. Absolutely not. You know why I don't buy that? I think that I'll call that fake news because Ryan Reynolds, when Deadpool first came out, he said that he played Wade, what's Deadpool's name? As pansexual. In fact, there's I'm not going to describe the scene, but there's a scene there where he's having fun with his girlfriend in different ways. But so I don't buy that at all. No, I don't think conservatives kept out of Star Wars because Lando Calrissian likes boys and girls. Is that what it used to be called? But I don't know what the phrasing is. So
I don't know. But I'm saying where the quote came from.
Yeah,
it was one of those.
I call BS on that because if it's a good movie, people won't care. If it's part of the character. It was like I remember when not Casino Royale, the one Skyfall came out, the James Bond movie, and he's going up against Javier Bardem, the bad guy, and Bardem is playing the bad guy as pretty open sexually, and he's kind of teasing James Bond with his openness. Advances. That's a good one. And Bond actually says, "What makes you think this is my first time?" And I remember a lot of my...
but he's also a spy, and he uses every scenario
to his advantage. That's what I'm saying. But no one's like, all of a sudden, conservatives did not keep away from James Bond because he implied he was bisexual or something. It was... No, I call BS on the whole Lando is canon.
Well, if you've seen Han Solo, folks, I would like to know, because it was funny seeing that, and it was kind of like one of those things, is it as true as what people are saying, or is it kind of one of those, it's blown out of proportion because the line was misinterpreted? Or it could be interpreted anyway. We're going to take our last break here on Mornings with Lone Star, irlonestar.com/MWLS. We'll be right back.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Remember to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on your computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. Lone Star Community Radio, broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
Path to the Plate is a research-based education program that helps consumers understand how their food choices impact their health by making the connection to agriculture, learning about how food is grown and produced, and how consumers can make better food choices for themselves and their families. Path to the Plate is all about dispelling myths and misconceptions. Find out more online at pathtotheplate.tamu.edu. We are Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, helping Texans make their lives better.
You agree with me when I saw you kicking dirt in my eye.
Welcome back.
Yeah, so
Lone Star.
So we had a listener chime in about the Han Solo debacle, not debacle, but
It's about to be a
he
debacle.
was saying it was a blockbuster fatigue. It's been an endless flood of big budget action movies since Black Panther. People are getting tired and running out of money. And I had to say it's a great ad for Movie Pass. But I do agree with that. I think the continuation of going to see these big movies, there's too much to consume, and
I do agree with that. I will add to it because, yeah, the palette can only take so much. But I think hand in hand with that, I think Han Solo. I don't think blockbuster. It's more these. They're still canon. What's the word I'm looking for? These non-trilogy Star Wars movies where they're being called a Star Wars story. I think the scale is smaller because they're not part of the main trilogy. It's like you have the Harry Potter series and then you have these other books like the Fantastic Beasts books and stuff like that. They're not, the scale isn't the same.
Well, I also think that you're dealing with a fan base of children in a sense of like they dress up, they go around. I mean, that's the fan base they're dealing with. And I'm not saying it's wrong to have some, inner childhood, but you're also dealing with, like, when you're dealing with children, it's going to be like over here. And so it's going to be impossible to please everybody.
Well, absolutely. Kind of hand in hand with that, really good point. It's, my generation, kind of yours too, you're more the prequel series, but I mean, Han Solo was Harrison Ford. And so we grew up with Harrison Ford being Han Solo. So now with the new trilogy coming out halfway or more than halfway through, the younger audiences just know this older guy who gets his shit back and then gets killed by his own son. Basically, he's a Shakespearean tragic figure. They don't know about. So to do a prequel of him as a young man, these kids don't care. And people my age, I don't care about seeing young Han Solo.
Well, would they?
Because he's not Harrison Ford.
Well, would you argue against like a serial episode of like Monster of the Week kind of Han Solo stories?
I don't think.
Does that make sense?
No, the whole thing with Han Solo is it was his.
He's a smuggler.
Yeah, well, he was, but then he became a good guy. He's an anti-hero. He shot first. That's why I hated Lucas when he changed that, because you take someone irredeemable and then you redeem them. That's awesome writing. That's awesome character development. So I think just Solo, the movie, was just ill-advised to begin with, because he is part of the greater whole. It's like having the Skywalker Chronicles. They would bomb. We don't want to see Luke with a Jedi trick of the week or something.
Yeah, but I think you could do like with that, like minus the lightsabers, you could do a good smuggling story and have fun with it. be more adventurers.
Yeah, but we already have that. Cartoon Network or whatever already has Star Wars Rebels, Star Wars Droids,
and those
Star
are
Wars
successful.
Clone Wars.
Well, those are successful.
So we already have our kind of prequel stuff. I think this was just this could have been great as a special episode of Star Wars Clone Wars. The CGI animated show. But it's not the scale of a blockbuster. As the character, we love Han Solo when he's with Chewbacca and with Leia and with Luke, and showing that he's the scruffy nerf herder who becomes a general and becomes a tragic hero.
Yeah.
And to watch a prequel where we just seen him get killed as an old man, so he's going to die.
They're working on the Obi-Wan.
But we already had that with Ewan McGregor.
Well, they're working with him about doing. It's going to be between 3 and 4.
I guarantee you, they're going to be rethinking that one.
Yeah,
they're going to pull that off the shelf. Guarantee it. Because Obi-Wan is just not.
Well, technically, they have one more Star Wars movie, and then is there anything already being filmed?
Lucas had originally said at the very beginning there were 12 episodes of the Star Wars.
Yeah.
And this is back when it was Luke and Deke Starkiller. I've got the original script of the Star Wars, and it's great reading it because you see a lot of his ideas that got put into the prequel trilogy. And I believe one day there will be one more trilogy with like the next generation where none of the original cast are there, but it'll be their kids. And but these Star Wars stories, it has to be really good. Rogue One was awesome because it was almost European, how doom and gloom and people die, but you're rooting for them. It was almost like a Saving Private Ryan or something. They're going to die, but still you can't tear your eyes away. Han is just, we already know he's a scoundrel. Yeah, we want to know how he got the Millennium Falcon. I want to know why that little piece in the Millennium Falcon is suddenly gone nowadays. And it's not worth me paying $20 to go find out.
Or it's not. You aren't really worried about the answer either.
Yeah,
it's like it kind of keeps the whole mystery of it. So
there you go.
I'm still gonna see it. When it.
Well, I've got a movie. I've got a pass to a cinema. I'll go see if I can watch.
Well, tomorrow we're watching Eat, Pray, Love. So I'm going to be watching that for the ticket stub tonight. Really excited about that.
I can't wait to hear about it. I'll grill you tomorrow to see. You got to watch this night because I'm going to be grilling you tomorrow with some trivia on it.
Yeah. I can't believe we have to watch that movie. But as we're going to close out today's show, it was kind of fun. Roseanne, we'll probably talk more about after her interview on Joe Rogan, if that still happens.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, I don't think Joe's worried about getting a controversial figure on his podcast.
That's very true. He had Alex Jones on. You ever seen that episode?
Mm-mm.
Oh, man. He's with, my favorite thing about that episode was Joe invited his jiu-jitsu friend, who's like a big conspiracy theorist. So you had two of the craziest people talking about the craziest ideas. And, oh, man, the words he would choose to use, it got me a little worried about like the future conspiracies. But it's real. That guy's real.
Awesome.
You're listening to Mornings Lone Star, LoneStar.com. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. A lot going on today. A lot going on tomorrow. We'll be returning. We'll see you later.
See you, Dick.